What's going on, Eagles fans? Welcome back to the Jay All Day Show. I couldn't help myself. I had to do one more mock draft. It's draft day. So we're going to do a draft day mock, and we have a big trade to open up the first round. Quinyon Mitchell has not been selected in the first 12 picks, so I'm going to do a trade with the Vegas Raiders. So we're giving up 22, 53, and 172 in exchange for 13 and pick 112. So we're going to force this trade just to make sure. And now the Eagles are on the board, and we're taking Quinyon Mitchell, baby. This guy is an absolute stud. 290 grades the past 2 years. Coverage grade 91.6. Man coverage grade 88.7. He's just as good in zone 2, 85.9. And if you take a look at him, 6 foot 196. He is a prototypical cornerback in the NFL. He's one of my favorite players in this draft, 22 years of age. He's just a great athlete, incredibly smooth. He's going to be a day one starter for the Eagles. Bradbury, get your bus pass, baby, because you're out of here. Quinyon Mitchell is going to Philadelphia. It makes me super sad that we had to give up one of those 2 second-round picks, but getting a guy like Quinyon Mitchell is an absolute no-brainer. I love that pick. And for us, at pick 50, our guy is still there, Edgerrin Cooper. Go watch this tape. I can't show you the tape of Edgerrin Cooper because he's from Texas A&M in the SEC, and they don't allow YouTubers to put their videos on YouTube without flagging them. But this guy's a monster, man. I watched even more tape on him yesterday, and I left that tape even more impressed than I have been by watching him all draft season. 86 pass rush grade, run D grade 87.6, coverage grade 85.5. He's just a very cerebral guy. He's really good at recognizing what plays are coming after him and boom, attacking. He's really, really impressive. Like I said before, he's got to work on that missed tackle rate because he's just like this ball of fiery energy and he wants to just crush whoever has the ball. But that's a great trait. We can kind of coach up, get that missed tackle rate under 10%. He's going to be a stud for the Birds at that outside linebacker position in Fangio's scheme. With that trade with the Raiders, we're now picking twice in the 4th round. And I think there's a lot of talent still left on the board, right? At pick 112, we're going to kind of scan, see who's on the board, players that we like. But I'm looking at the running back position, and our guy, Audric Estime, is still available. I love this pick in the 3rd round. He's going to be a great complement to Saquon Barkley. 94 grade last year, 1,300 yards, 18 touchdowns, 6.4 yards per carry. He's got great size, 5'11", 227 pounds. He's a beast, man. He's going to be great for goal line moves. And then with him at the goal line and the tush push, defenses aren't going to know what the heck is coming after them. I love Audric Estime in the 3rd round. All right, Eagles fans, we're up again in the 4th round, pick 120. I want to add some depth to the safety position. We have Reed Blankenship. He's only on a 1-year deal. And we have C.J. Gardner-Johnson. If you look at his PFF numbers, the metrics aren't really great on him. He's just a slightly above average player. And this guy, Takee Smith, from Georgia, is a really interesting player. 85 coverage grade, and he's really, really strong. 5'10", 205 pounds. In college, he played the star position, which was like a hybrid between slot defender and linebacker. So he's big enough to come up to stop the run. So he can play slot, he can play safety. And in Vic Fangio's scheme, he could be very versatile in that like slot, hybrid linebacker type of guy that can drop in the coverage but still stop the run. I really like his versatility. Takee Smith is going to the Eagles in round 4. All right, Bird Gang, we're up in the 5th round, pick 26. I made this pick before. I'm going to make it again. His tape is unbelievable. He's a middle linebacker, J.D. Bertrand. We got the off-ball linebacker in Edgerrin Cooper, but in Vic Fangio's new scheme, it's a 3-4 scheme, so we need a lot of linebackers. We need 2 middle linebackers and 2 outside linebackers, so we got to address the middle linebacker position, and J.D. Bertrand is one of the better middle linebackers in this draft. He can rush the passer, he can stop the run, he can drop back in the coverage. 82 overall grade, 41 tackles this year. He's a very talented guy. I like his size too, 6'1", 233. He's tough. He's smart. He's competitive. He's really good at stopping the run. I really like J.D. Bertrand to be that middle linebacker for the Eagles in the 5th round. The Eagles are up pick 171, and I want to address some offensive line depth. Obviously, Jason Kelce retired, so we're very thin at the center position right now. And Beau Limmer, the center from Arkansas, has been a very solid player his entire collegiate career. Right? He played a little left guard, he played a little right guard earlier in his career, then he moved positions to center. So he can play all the guard positions, he can play center, and with Jeff Stoutland coaching him up, I think he can be a very serviceable backup for both guard positions and the center position. I like his size, 6'5", 307. He's going to the Birds to add a little depth to that offensive line room. We're coming up on the last pick of our draft day mock for the Philadelphia Eagles. Thank you guys so much for tuning into all my draft coverage. The guy I want to bring to the Eagles, I want to add a little edge depth with Hassan Reddick piecing out to the Jets. Jalen Green from James Madison had a great year this year. 18 sacks, 34 hurries, and only 529 snaps. He's a very aggressive player. 89 pass rush grade. If you have over a 20% pass rush win rate, I know he went to a smaller school, but 20% is an insane number. He's a very athletic guy, great size, 6'1", 245. I want to see him add a little bit of weight. I would like to see him in that 255 to 260 range, but he can get off blocks. He's a really good player, great production at the college level. And this late in the draft, in the 6th and 7th rounds, you take a flyer on a guy like Jalen Green all day long. Here's my draft day Eagles mock draft. PFF gave us an A- grade. We traded up to get Quinyon Mitchell. We got that A+ grade. A C+ grade for Edgerrin Cooper is the most bonkers grade I've ever seen in my life. The Eagles are desperate for linebackers, and Edgerrin Cooper, he might be my favorite linebacker in this entire draft class. The dude's a monster. So is Audric Estime, man. Woo! Him and Saquon Barkley are going to be crushing it with that offensive line. I love that. Then we got safety Takee Smith. We got an A- grade there. I think his versatility is going to be really good. And I love J.G. Bertrand being that middle linebacker type to compete for a starting job in the 5th round. You can't beat that. We got some center and guard depth with Beau Limmer, and then we got some edge depth with Jalen Green, 18 sacks last year. I love the way this draft played out for Philadelphia Eagles fans. We got that A- grade. I love it. All right, guys, I'm going to be doing a live stream of the NFL draft tonight, so make sure you tune into that. Thanks for tuning in. We appreciate you guys. Don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe. Peace.